talking about Canada,
Eh,
your son is in Canada. So, what do you recall early about his childhood? Or do you want to share something?
he was with me when he was a small child. Then once I went to Zambia. When I went to Zambia, my wife and son also wanted to come up to London. I left London and went to Zambia. Then, before I came back, some of them got together and decided to stay back and have education in Ireland. So when I returned, they were making the proposal. I left. Just I went to Canada. Then at one stage, there was open visa to Canada.
And so, going back to the question about the Tamil genocide, do you think Tamil genocide happened?
I never used that word.
Yeah.
I never used that word. Today, I have just finished writing a statement containing someone then going to Geneva and asking for asking the friendly countries to charge the Sri Lankan government for genocide. Okay, how many people were killed by the LTT? Among themselves, about 40,000. You see, it's like this. It all depends on how you look at it. Singularity can go and kill people on their own. When I hit you, you hit me back. That's it. So if you don't hit me, I also don't. You also don't hit me. So here the main reason is misunderstanding. Misunderstanding. Not a fool member of parliament to say LTT killed more Sinhalese than more Tamil than the Sinhalese. Absurd, no? Can't be true in any case. Even if it is true, then there is no question of genocide. This is to just get the support of the people for that. That's the truth, because computers, it's easy when, LTT gave them 30% commission to collect one,
Did you say 30%?
30% to
30%?
collect one. Good business.
Did you say 30%, sir? Did you say 30%?
Yeah.
Did you say 30%?
They were given 30%, they could take 30% of the collection for themselves. Now all that has stopped. It's not happening now. I am talking of something happened those days.
And and when what should now you mention about the children in when you mentioned that the freedoms that you had when you were a child to move around with the Sinhalese, and the some of this the generation after you did not have much. Now obviously the current generation has that ability to mingle with the Sinhalese and the Tamils in Jaffna. Do you see that the 1940s freedom coming back, like the ability for the kids to mingle between communities are happening now in Jaffna and the East? Is it happening now?
Unfortunately, that we live in a different generation. Those days, even a 5-year-old child gets friendly with a 3-year-old single child. They are free to move about, they knew each other. This, in Sri Lanka, what happened? For 30 years, our Tamil children didn't meet the Sinhalese. They had seen only the army people. When we were young, it's not bad. When my children were young, my daughter was very fluent in Sinhala. Not because anyone taught her, we moved with the other community very freely. That opportunity was not given to our people. No. 30 years the war was going on. No school child was allowed to come this side. Some fellow had fled to other countries. They lived entirely in a different world. Now they are forgotten. The people who fought for Tamils in Sri Lanka, after going abroad, do you think they are very serious about taking any issue for Sri Lanka? No. Just to show the people they do something. They are not interested. They are really interested. They must take the issue serious. How is it that the Tamils supporting 49% of the Sinhalese voted for a federal solution? Sri Lanka is a country which was a paradise once. We were lucky that we lived during that period. 1947, when we got independence, I was only 13 years old. So nicely we celebrated the Independence Day. Now, one section organizing protests, another section criticizing. You see that the difference between then and now. So say, I'll give you an example now. I am now 87. Supposing I go on the Punagal road and stop for a cup of tea. At least 3 or 4 people will come and say, That means they knew me from that time. They had seen me over and over again, I know on the road, on the TV, like that. Today you have members of parliament among the Sinhalese for 30 years, 40 years. Half of them will not identify me as Anandasangaree. In a singular villager, the ordinary villager will easily identify me, not the parliamentarian who is in parliament with just 30 years or 35 years. This is the trouble we have today. They don't talk. They don't know what to talk. So when one math says something, they say something in English. I won't be such a math to utter some mad words. So what we now do, we should now do is forget about. I am not a very. I am a very moderate man. I am not anti-single. I am not anti-Buddhist. I am not anti-Muslim. Everybody like. I like everyone I like. I don't have enemies among any of these communities. I don't have enemies even within my own community. It should be like the moment we start life like that, it should be, in those days, I remember, public servants, with our Christmas holidays, the largest holiday, biggest holiday, no?
Mhm.
Yeah, from the Christmas Eve till the year second, third of the new year. The railway, government employees have a railway set, no? Railway warrant. The Christmas holiday, you must see the government are running to the station to get the warrant for the wife and children. Go to Jaffna, to stay for a few days with a Tamil friend. They went round, they would sit at the Tamil areas, Kachadiv, Nainanagadiv and all that. Had nice seafoods. People who love toddy get a little bit of Palmyra toddy. And went back. Today, not a single is come to Jaffna on a holiday. Why? It is a free holiday. No? Free food you get with your friend. Free travel, the railway is. Then how manage a billion? The mistake is this. The government can, government puluvan. Where the state in front of puluvan. Moderate thinking on it. I am very careful. More careful. I have no single in me because I don't talk to taste. I don't talk anything bad about. There is nothing to talk bad about. But the young single is what will he say? Oh, you single anything. So we have a single. I don't say that. My friends, the people of my age, they won't say that. Yeah,
All one country, one nation.
exam ಯಾವಾಗ ಎಣ್ಣೆ ಎಣ್ಣೆ ಮಿನಿಸು ಇವಾಗ ಕಂಡು ದೇಶಪಾಲನ ಹಿಂದೂನೆ ಜಾತಿ ಭೇದ ನಟಿಕೊಂಡು
So no to
ಬಗ್ಗೆ
separate.
ಅವನು ವಿರೋಧ ಮುಗ್ತಾನೆ ಅವನು
Sir, you are an inspiration to the younger generation to be united in one country. Just like as you mentioned, the freedom to mingle with different societies and experience their and enjoy their culture. Right? You mentioned.
I enjoyed that single culture. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
What exciting parts do you remember in your childhood with the Sinhalese friends that you had back then, sir?
The thrill in those days was uh, the sack.
Vesak, okay.
Yes, sir. Beyond, you can't walk on the road from Vattala to Mount Lavania. No vehicle can move on the side. He used to walk from Vattala to the last Pandal while British also have somebody. Very better one. Yeah. I said like Vattala Krishna. They are common festivals. We enjoy, without any religious difference.
And what other events do you remember back in the day that you really enjoyed?
And then, like, Independent Day was Independent Day. The sack was good. The sack. We were treated well now by the singer. We were done and all that. We received concert. We enjoyed all that. Then Natuna. Natuna, Aduna.
I don't.
Aduna.
And you, so being at a Dansala, I am sure now with the COVID restriction, it's a little bit difficult. But I am sure there must be some great memories about going to Dansala and Vesak and Poson.
Yeah.
Back in the day, how was it like to be as a Tamil? Because this is something that this generation may not understand. How do you share that experience with us, sir?
As far as possible, I play a role in this matter. I don't even say single here. Single is how they are. That is how I use the word. And I don't discuss anything empty. That I always praise them. I always praise them. I was hesitate to tell a singer, you are one of my best friends. That's true. That is how we live, to be honest. This is nothing strange. That is how we live. How the Tamil, I'll tell you one instance. Mage podikare. Let's say we say 10, 12 years. Mummy asked me to buy something in a singular shop. Singular Madilari. Elopa. Then no nekare, more than belt. அம்மா அம்மா கேட்பாங்க கடையில கீழே முன்னாடி அப்படி மில்க் பிராண்ட் மில்க் போன how do you react? Ayan sumasunod. Ano yung mga tiyan? Iba na naman yung mga kaya karantiya ka na.
Maganda, maganda.
Yeah, that is how they treated us. I was small brat of 14, 13 or 14 years.
Uh-huh.
Relatively gentleman treating me as a money matya. You know, these things don't happen now. I want that society to return.
Mhm.
Basically, I never had any quarrel with any Sinhalese in my lifetime, not with a Muslim. Maybe with the Tamil friends, you see, sometimes we do. Not with the other community. There was no need at all.
Mhm.
Basically, one school, a Muslim, a Sinhalese, a Muslim, the Malay, the Tamil, all sit in the same desk. Taught by the teachers. The Malay, one subject, Malay, other subject may be Tamil. And I'm a subject Muslim. The subject Sinhalese.
So, did you have threats from the LTT back then, sir?
Full able out. Finish it. Godak can not able to go. So Godak one and to very Sekudnam Godak the Mrs. Altimini 35 police commander unit. Sekudna. Namu LTT character may security. Everyone means Manda Tandapunaikulo. Then LTT what a good time now. Come on. Vidane, the Kati, Body carry carry, but support generation. And again, the game Mukadana, the Minia marrying Sella, Api Mandila Dia, Brand. Inia, Varania, Anthony, and Ayatan, Anthony Ayagivan, Ayanan, brother. Anthony Ayatama, Dama Parliament, doctors on the fight. Nothing Sama, Anthony Matia can do. Tagavetu, motivate, Anthony Aya. Brother, if I want to know, Minia, but I